Hey, what's going on, Astralites and otherworldlies? Mr. Sensational here. Astral, Juliana Angel is going to join me in just a few moments here. Today's topic is Junior Bozos. Young men need stronger leaders. The reason for that, a few days ago, I was coming home from work and a bunch of these loudmouth young bucks, you know, dark skinned dreadheads. It couldn't be older than like 12, 13, something like that. But anyway, um, they were getting my attention by asking me a whole bunch of dumb questions, uh, ratchet questions, you might even say. Like if I wanted some weed, if I wanted this, that, uh, or my personal favorite. And hey, you want any ladies, whatever, this and that? I'm just like, if they don't get away from me with all that, and if you hear laughter, Juliana's laughing at this.
That's because you're saying ladies, you're not saying the word they were saying.
I don't use the B word. It's
I know it's degrading.
it is degrading. I don't even like when other women call other women that. But anyway,
Because it's not nice.
but that was pretty much my day, and I'm just like, is this is what the world's come to? We have these kids sagging off the crack of their behind. Real talk. I don't know what they're hanging around the wrong dudes. That's what I'm saying. This is why I say we need stronger leaders. And if you notice my thumbnail, it is a I forgot what the name of it was, but it is a silhouette sort of picture of John Henry. And no, I'm not talking about the Terry Crews movie, by the way. Uh, I think that was one of the strongest black role models in the tall tale history. He lived and died doing what he loved most. He was very respectful. He wore suspenders. He had a beautiful wife, a kid on the way. You know, man versus machine, all that. If you know the tale, you know what I'm talking about. Those are the kinds of role models that we need these days. Those are the types of leaders we need because these kids keep walking around like they're hot spit and like, oh, we're just busting balls. I'm just like, yeah, you're gonna end up getting balls busted. You keep messing with the wrong person. Those are those are the types of kids that grow up to be full fledged bozos. Uh, The ones who will argue argue with you on the smallest things possible just to prove that they're always right. And some of you guys actually know what I'm talking about. You know how you because Juliana will actually tell you this once she's on the air with me. Uh, I think this was earlier today. You mentioned um, some troll was trying to prove they were right just because you wanted to voice your opinion.
Right.
Okay, so yeah. So she wanted to express her opinion, and I'm actually going to probably do that on my next video. Freedom of speech is dead, basically. But anyway, uh, that's how soft the world's gone these days. Like you can't express your opinion without somebody wanting to go uh, full throttle, basically on. Oh, you're wrong on this count. You're wrong on that count. They do as much research as you do, so yeah, I highly doubt that. But anyway, uh, Oh yeah, you guys notice I'm wearing my Peacemaker shirt. Probably not the best role model, but I think he's gonna get there. Just needs a minute. But yeah, it's all about these. It's the boys mainly. I don't know where we've gone wrong on that account. Like these boys are just running amok, acting like they're hot spit, going into stores, acting like they own the place, going up to strangers asking them if they want to buy some weed. I'm still waiting on somebody to smack some sense to these kids. I would, but I'm a busy man and I don't have the time.
Go to jail.
I'm not actually going to hit them.
No, but if you did, you'd go to jail.
It's wishful thinking.
I know.
No, but you actually brought up another point of mine. They're doing this because they've outlawed the whole whooping situation like years back, and they're just like, you can't touch me, this, that. Believe me, there's a first time for everything. So if you still want to act cocky, be my guest, because you're going to end up doing it to the wrong person. And it's actually been the younger generation asking me if I want weed, this and that. I'm just like, that's happening more frequently with me, I'd say. Uh, the chat's open. If you guys want to express your opinions, I could really use some extra voices on the subject here. Remember to subscribe, keep those push notifications turned on, and let people about my channel and everything else. But yeah, that's pretty much that happens more frequently than I care to admit. Uh, just been dealing with a lot of these younger bozos these days. Just I cannot have. I can barely have, I should say, barely have a moment of peace to. Oh, real quick, I'm just gonna get this out. I can barely have a moment's of peace on my way home. That's what I was gonna say. But anyway, uh, I think either it was before. No, wait, no. I think this was the next day or the day after. I'm on my way to work. I'm okay. Yeah, I remember this was a Saturday. I remember that because I wasn't able to clock in for my shift because no one was out front to let me in. But anyway, I go to get my phone fixed, and I didn't tell Juliana this either because I honestly forgot about it till now. Um, so I go to Cricket, and this kid's running around. He's a little tyke. Just I don't know. His mom's Russian, I believe. But anyway, that's not really part of the story. Pretty much observing. So it gets up to my turn to sometime later. It takes about, I want to say, maybe 30 minutes to an hour. Um, Guy checks out my phone. This whole time, well, wait, I'm about to skip ahead. He's checking my phone, doing what he's doing, and I don't look, but I listen. This homeless guy just barges in and starts running off at the mouth. And I feel like he's talking to me for a minute. I don't doubt if he was, but he just says all this derogatory stuff, and I'm just getting freaked out. Like my heart is racing up a storm. And I was like, okay, say something anytime now, Mr. Uh, phone repair guy. I don't know what his name is, but no, he said something to the guy. Oh, thanks for the likes. Make sure to get those likes up, you guys. Hey, Sexy Slim, thanks for
Oh,
coming.
hey.
Oh, I can't really repeat what he was saying. It was a whole bunch of this just uh this gross stuff. Basically, I'd care not to repeat it,
Oh,
but I'm gonna tell Juliana about it after I'm off the air, though. But basically, the phone repair guy, he was like, "Sir, if you're gonna act like that, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave." The guy was just like, "Oh, I'm sorry, this and that happened. That's why I was so upset. This and that." I'm just like, "Yeah, right. Bro, you were not right in the head." I'm just like, I could tell this was a homeless guy too. Because he was out of his freaking mind. And like, it's been pretty hectic this month. And I don't think it's just because of the heat. I think people are just legit crazy.
yes.
But yeah, so some time goes by and my phone is all all because my phone wasn't working because all because I didn't have a proper SIM card inside of it. And at first he was like, okay, so you already paid for it, it's gonna be 25, this and that. I'm just talking to the guy. I'm like, if it's just the SIM card, you can just switch it out, I'll pay the 10. But that so I guess you can say I've had a pretty crazy week this week. A crazy weekend, really. Make some room here.
Let's get on.
All right, Dark Mass Diva is about to join me here.
Here I come.
Oh, she says hi, Sexy Slim.
Hey, girl. Yeah, I got on one of her podcasts earlier. All right. Got quite the setup. Hey. Well, I made up a word today on Nathaniel's. It's when one melanated bozo comes up and does a racial profile on another melanated bozo and tries to say, "Hey, brother," and acts all bozo-ish towards like a normal black person. I call him a brozo. He's a brozo. That's what those young men were doing to you. They're brozos in training. They're a brozo. Brozo. So I made up a new word today on Ask Nathaniel, the billionaire mindset. The brozo came on and was trying to do that all "hey brother" stuff to him, and I said, "Nathaniel, you got you a brozo."
So I should switch the title to Brozos in Training.
Okay.
Probably.
If you want to do that.
That probably sounds a lot better.
But I made that word up today. But we got a brozo.
Only because you like to watch Riddle. That's where you got it from.
I don't know, but I call people bro, but it's usually other white people. But this guy was like, but it's I'm not being weird. But yeah, brozo. So I don't know what that's called, that feeling you get when another person who looks like you is coming across like putting a negative stereotype on other people that look like you. Like when I see another blonde woman and she's acting stupid, I just get like, not saying I don't act stupid sometimes, but it's embarrassing. So I'm just like, yeah, like a ditzy blonde. I'm just like, well, that's not an act, is it? Like you're really like that, right? Like you're not trying to get money out of some guy. You're really like that. Like that's really who you are. You're not playing. Like you're really just dang, you're embarrassing the rest of us. Wow, okay. And then she's saying something stupid to me, and I'm like, you can drop the baby voice and all. No, that's really your voice. Dang.
So you met Angeline, basically.
I guess. Yes. And there's, and see the dumb blonde thing and the bimbo, and that is just all an act. But then I'll meet a real one, and she's like, and that's really her, and I'm just like, for real, for real.
Probably because she watched all those Legally Blonde movies and all those Marilyn Monroe films.
Well, that dumb blonde thing is just an act. We do that to get things out of men, but then some real dumb blonde comes along, and you're like, for real?
And there's a movie called House Bunny with Anna Faris.
House Bunny? You like Snow Bunny?
No, so Anna Faris plays this former Playboy bunny, one of the top bunnies, actually.
Okay.
And she's trying to find out what her calling is, something like that. And she ends up going to this sorority house where the girls are basically low-life losers.
Okay.
And
low life, like they're trash, or
more later they're an underdog sorority, basically.
Oh, okay. Or like Omega Moose.
I don't know what that is.
Revenge of the Nerds.
Oh, then yeah.
Oh, okay. They're not pulling dudes, and they're kind of like
basically
less attractive.
Yeah.
Like, okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And that's pretty much the basis of it. And, that's what I was gonna say. Like, Anna Faris is actually extremely intelligent. Like, if you watch some of her movies, it'll pretty much show, because she knows how to play a ditzy dumb person. That's what she's good at. So yeah, and
most people like that are smart. Like the Christina Applegate who played Kelly Bundy, she's really smart.
Oh yeah, she's crazy smart. Yeah.
Marilyn Monroe, crazy smart.
Like, I don't know what it is, but these blondes just want to be able to take being dumb so seriously. And it's not just blondes who can actually be dumb. It's other girls as well.
Well, anybody can be dumb. Anybody can be dumb, but it's really like the act.
Okay,
and
so
they really are.
It's like, okay, so you're gonna be a stereotype.
That's what I mean. I'm like it's like, oh, okay, all the guys with money have left. You can act like a real person now, and they're like, and I really can't. For me, I can't tolerate being around really dumb people for too long, because I can't. And I'm just not. I don't tolerate it very well. I don't, because they say dumb things to me, and it's annoying to me.
And we're talking about Brozos. You're actually going to attract one if you keep acting like that. That's the sad part about it. Is
this is an intelligent black man who went to college. He has a college degree in linguistics. Okay, linguistics. He speaks other languages. So do I. I'm attracted to his mind. Okay, and well, he's cute too. But it's like, so someone comes up to him.
I think the name is.
Yes, sapiosexual. So he has people coming up, acting like a brozo to him, and it's annoying to him, right?
It's always been annoying to me. I had to deal
and does it hurt your heart when you see young people acting like this?
It really does, because I had to deal with those kids when I was working back at the candy store.
Mm-hmm.
And it was around this time, or it's around summertime. That is the worst time to be working at a candy store.
Because they're not in school.
They're not in school. Yeah, they want to be these, they want to act like little mall rats times infinity or whatever, just twice as bad.
Well, you think their mother just drops them off, and
I know they do.
And they're just kind of like, just go. and it's like, if my siblings and I acted like that at the mall, my mom would die of embarrassment. I mean, we never acted like that. We never asked for anything for free. We never. I mean,
My mother would have smacked me into Kingdom Come if she saw me acting like that.
well, we just never would have in the first place. Just we had too much personal
Because
pride to act like that.
and because
Personal
I was
pride.
telling you this months ago, I don't think I told them. Um, oh, I'm losing my train of thought. Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's because I'm interrupting you.
No, it's fine. I actually just now remembered. So, rules of going into the store. Parents do not do this anymore. And for those of you saying, "Oh, yes, I do," then why is your kid acting up and you're not doing that much? Like I know good parents when I see them. I actually saw one on the way to work when I was on the train. Uh, these little tykes, they're looking out the window. He's teaching the kids and this and that. I'm just like, see, more parents need to be like this.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, hey, see that's the highway right there. Oh no, we're not gonna get off just yet. There's things like that, and I'm just looking at these junior brozos, and I'm just like, what ratchet parents are are you from? Like, seriously. Hey, what's up, Kevin? Glad you can make it.
Hey, Kevin.
Yeah, we're just talking about junior brozos.
Mhm.
She came up with that. Long story.
Yeah. Crazy little embarrassing kids. Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah, because they would come in the store just about every day, like, hey, can I have this? Hey, yo, he's not looking. Hey, get a sample of this and that. I might have been at the front register, but I knew exactly what you idiots were doing.
Well, I mean, and also, my parents wouldn't drop me off at the mall with no money.
For real.
I mean, that's kind of. I'm just going to assume these children don't have money. But my parents would say, "Here's X amount of dollars," or
Oh, you're kicked out for the month, huh?
yeah, I'm not on Facebook now. I'm on there. I'm just not on there. So August.
19th, it's a month from now.
Okay. August 19th. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Well, you know what? I have one profile left. Zuckerberg. I'm in trouble all the time, and
I call him Zuckerberg because he's a basic tool.
well, I
Because he
call
doesn't know
him.
how to run his own programming.
Well, I'm getting in trouble over things I'm not doing, and so I call him the F word Zuckerberg. The F word Zuckerberg. So
I call him Zuckerberg because I can actually get away with saying it. If I call him what you usually call him, I'll get kicked off Facebook.
well, yeah, I will get kicked off Facebook for calling him that, and I'm not on my own YouTube channel right now, so I'm not
When
going to say
there's a
I'm not
whole
going to say the F word
when there's a
on
whole
my man's
bunch
channel.
of trolls
So.
and bots that he's letting get away with things.
Well, he's letting other people get away with things that I can't get away with. Yeah. That. But you know what, Kevin? I can't say that. I'll get like kicked off. I'm like a slip and fall away from, and my profile's muted, and yeah,
I'm not monetized yet, so I'm sorry, buddy. I would
yeah,
show that, but you know
we're
what? We're not monetized yet, so we don't
yeah.
have that type of cheddar right now.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not saying the F word on his
But you
channel.
do have a point, though.
Yeah. But you know I can curse like a sailor when I want to, but I'm even afraid to say the F word on his channel. So I'm sorry, we can't even be ourselves right now.
Well, you can just tell us. You can tell me on Facebook
Yeah.
later on because
Yeah,
I don't want to have to go
because
through
you
that.
can't tell me, so you have to tell him. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, if you just want to send me a message on Facebook, you can just do that.
You probably can't even talk to me. So yeah, I'm sorry. It's bad. It's really bad. But it's good to see you.
You know, a lot of innocent people are getting kicked off of Facebook for a whole 30 days.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
so
down. I'm
stupid.
down to one profile, and
And it's not even like it's like innocent people going to a Facebook jail. That's the equivalence of it. Is like, what did I do to get kicked off? I was nothing but nice here.
I've done nice things and gotten
Okay,
kicked
yeah,
off.
yeah, that's what I mean. Just do it on Messenger.
Yeah, I've done nice things. I've defended people. I've been politically correct. Let's see, my other profile got hacked, and people put memes on there that I did not put on, and I I've I'm almost ready to give up. But I'm going to stop talking about it now because this isn't my channel, it's his. So, and I'd like to get back to. I don't want to get distracted from the topic, and I don't want to talk about FB anymore.
Yeah, well, like I said, you just send me the message on Messenger, and you could just shoot the breeze with me on there.
Yeah, I'm sorry whatever's happening to you because I'm pretty sure the same thing's happening to me. I'm restricted AF right now. Yeah. Sorry.
All right, thanks, boss.
Yeah.
But yeah, aside from Zuckerberg, another person I can't stand is Logan Paul because he got a WWE contract. I'm just like, you're gonna give this toolbox his own WWE contract? Like, are you serious? Because he goes and he's no better than those young Brozos I was talking about. Like he went to Raw last night to square off with the Miz on his own show, and I'm just like, I don't
Can
know
I
what.
stop you for just a minute? No one's more annoying than the Miz.
Yeah, but I got a soft spot for the Miz. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh,
I
okay.
was a Misfit for a little while when he first stepped
Okay.
on the scene.
Okay,
I mean,
so it's more like who's
I
the
have seen
lesser of
him.
the.
He has been Logan Paul since before we knew Logan Paul, if that
Okay.
makes sense. But yeah, he's been around nearly 2 decades now, and I respect him for that. He doesn't seem like it, but you know what? He puts in a lot of work, a lot of effort. If it seems like he doesn't, that's just part of his strategy. Like he knows how to use his mind in the ring rather than being physical. So
Okay. Can I say something? I want to say something really nice. I'm going to say something really nice. I would like to give a shout out to Sexy Slim. She's got that
I could add that.
foxy,
That's fine.
foxy Cleopatra thing going on. I don't know if you know who she is.
I'm
But
sorry, I didn't catch the name.
Sexy Slim.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
got that foxy Cleopatra thing. She kind of has that. Let's see. I can't think of her name. Somebody we both like from the 70s. Um,
Pam Grier?
yes, yes. She's so gorgeous. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, she's still working it. She's in like her mid 70s now.
Right. But Sexy Slim, I hope you're still in the chat because girl, you're gorgeous. You are absolutely gorgeous. So I hope you're still in the chat. Just want to give you a shout out. I really like your show, and I really appreciate you showing up. So I hope you're still in here. I hope you're still watching us, and I love you. So thank you. And anyway, thank you.
And you know what? I know you have a giant fan base. Feel free to, if you're able to, uh, give me a shout out, give us a shout out, let your fan base know about us. We really appreciate it.
He comes on to my show too, so I don't know if you've ever watched one of my shows and seen him on it, but he comes onto my show too. So and we do shows without each other, but we guest star on each other's shows too. I just wanted to show support for him because he gets these little kids and they bug him, and they're young melanated children, and they bug him a lot, like, and they just come up and they try to steal, they try to get away with stealing,
I
and
already know they're stealing.
no, well, they try to get away with it, and they're like, well, the other black guy that works here, and blah blah blah, and you're like, well, I'm not the other black guy that works here.
Oh yeah, those were those were a different set of kids though. Like the manager's
Like,
boyfriend who works with
dang.
us,
Mhm.
he's pretty much street certified. He's
Is he just kind of thuggish or like?
thuggish. Yeah, that's what I wrote.
Oh, okay. See, I never met him.
Because he stood up to those kids. He's like, yo, y'all can't be in here doing this and that, messing with people while they're working, and something like that.
Is he a manager or?
Oh no, I think he might be manager now. I'm not 100% sure, but
Okay.
yeah,
You left a few months ago.
yeah, he's really chill though.
Oh, okay. But could he just like? Did they just relate to him more, or did he just like he goes, "You guys can't do this. You need to get out," or?
They don't respect authority, like no matter what it is. But that's the reason they act like that.
Okay, I get it.
I'm like, you don't. That's the even sadder part. You don't even have to be a cop to be disrespected as an authority figure. Like you could just be a simple candy salesman telling you right from wrong. They still act like, oh, da, 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 da.
Well, the cops are pretty racist out here. I'm gonna just say the Sacramento PD. Well, that's what Mr. Rick used to say. Well, he did. He told me that. He said they are, but he used to say a lot of things, but he said they were.
Like just cops. Period. I'm not too big on them. I'm not saying that as a black man. I'm just saying that period because here's here's what happened. I believe it was 1 or 2 Saturdays ago. I was on my way to yoga, and these protesters started coming the way I was going, and it was this whole. It was about the Roe versus Wade turnover, and I was like, okay, you're just gonna let them through. You know what? It's whatever, I guess. And as
How
soon
close were you working out, and they just came through, or what?
we didn't even start yet, they were like, okay, if you just let the protesters through, they just do their thing, this and that. I'm just like, it's not like we can do much else. I mean, shoot, I didn't say this, but oh, Sexy Slim says hi.
Oh, yay, you're still here. Yay. Hello. Okay. My name is Juliana, so just so you know. I'm so glad you're still
But
here.
yeah, like the moment I was about to be cool with everything, one of the protesters is handing out flyers. I'm just like, what do you want me to do with it? I don't want this. So as soon after I left from yoga in a foul mood, I should say, I crumpled it up and threw it away.
Oh, so good
Okay.
to meet you.
Yeah, it was taking me a while to get the live stream going because I had problems with my computer as well. But yeah, I was like, I'm pro-choice. I just don't want to have to hear about all this because okay, so we all grew up um, in grade school, I believe it was, and the Roe versus Wade was literally in the history books. Like we were being taught this in our classes.
We were being taught this
And,
in our class. I'm sorry. I just want to be able to get on chat, so.
um, we were literally, it was literally in the history books. We were being taught this in our history classes. And the judicial system, all they're trying to, they actually messed with the timeline, overturning this. That was another reason I got upset over it. And okay, Juliana's gonna join us on the chat here.
There, I'm on there now.
Okay. All right. Well, Kevin, like she said, she's not gonna be on Facebook. Just message me and I'll relay the message to her. But yeah, that's pretty much why I was not having a good day. Like the protesters basically messed up my morning. Well, I'll check the voice clip later. But yeah, it's like if it feels like I'm Alan Parrish when they're before the monsoon starts. You remember that scene? They're back in the house. It looks like a jungle on the inside, and he says, "In here feels like home. It's what out there that scares me." You guys remember when he said that in Jumanji? That's basically how I felt. I'm just like, in here feels more like home. It's out there. It scares me. It's like I can't stand at the light rail station. I can't go to get my phone fixed up. It's basically Arkham Asylum outside. That's how I have to deal with things every day.
There we go.
Yeah, I know. They that's exactly Slim. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Like they could mess up the rest of the year doing all that.
Yeah. Well, we live near the Capitol, so what the heck is this?
I'll be right back.
Yes. Hi, Patty. There we go. Sorry, lots of noise. Okay. Hope you guys can hear us.
I'm throwing this.
Okay. All right. So we live near the Capitol.
And this is what we have to deal with every fucking morning.
It's bad. It's bad. Leaf blowers, everything like that. I hate it.
And 17 Central, which is an apartment complex. They continue to message me saying, "Are you still interested in this and that?"
Like, yeah, we'd like to move. Yes.
I'm
yes.
like, "Yeah, just keep contacting me. I will have the down payment. I will have the
Yeah.
money."
We're saving our money. I'm glad we're approved. Like, let us in, please, already. Okay.
Like, since I'm not working full time, there will have to be times where uh, I have to shred a couple hundred, excuse me, couple $100 on the rent just so I can be able to build up more money from it.
Yes. We are.
Not to mention the fact that I have to pay at least 200 in light bills, which I don't have at the moment.
Yes.
Just
it's expensive even if you aren't a YouTuber. It's expensive. Where we stay is like, okay, if you live in New York, you also understand this. If you live anywhere in California, you understand this. If you live where we live, it's like a hotbed of political activity. There's a lot of protesters. There's a lot of political tension. There's a lot of everything going on all at once. So
inflation too.
yes,
Exactly.
inflation, exactly. So There's a lot of activity going. A lot of people want to live here. There's a lot of cultural events. There's always a lot of really interesting things going on. So it's like everybody wants to live here. We don't want to leave this neighborhood, but there's also a lot of noise.
See
It's a
the
big city, and it's like we don't want to go though. It's like I finally moved. I got out of the hood, right? I got out. I finally moved to where I want to be, and it's like we're not leaving. But it's like this place is tiny. You notice I'm kind of stepping over everything, and we have a spot where we're sitting, and it's like this noise. It's crazy, right?
it's it's insane. What's on our vision board? We don't have an actual one, but what's on our vision board is basically we want to have a house in the Fab 40s. I don't know
Oh
where you
yes,
guys know where that is, but it's basically the suburbs of Midtown.
yes, yes. It's kind of like a lot of millionaires. Ronald Reagan used to live there. It's a long time ago.
And
It's
the train that I go on for work passes 48th Street, and it's a gorgeous neighborhood.
oh my
I've seen the
goodness.
houses over in that area.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's over nearby UC Davis Health Center.
If we ever become millionaires, and one day we will, and I'm going to keep saying that till it happens, we are going to live there.
It's gonna happen, and
It's only a few blocks from here. I mean, we're going to live there one day, and it's going to be amazing. And
okay. So you're in Cali.
oh, you are. Oh, okay. You know what? For some reason, I think because I do have a lot of friends in New York. For some reason, I think every friend I've made through Nathaniel lives in New York. I don't know why I think that because just because I know so many people
And
there.
even Slim knows it's gonna happen for us.
Thank you. Yes, thank you for your blessing. Thank you so much. Yes, I want to be the first millionaire in my family because I was the only because we all started out poor, and I'm the last person to leave the hood. So I want to be the first person to strike it rich.
Right.
But my son is already making a name for himself. Um, my other family, they're already doing very well. I raised a successful child. Okay, I thought we got disconnected there for a minute.
Oh no, I was
Oh,
just
good.
turning
Okay.
on the battery savers so we can last longer.
I have an adult child. He's successful. I have successful family members. You know what? It's our turn.
And I'm actually halfway to getting a good start on us because
Well,
here
I believe in you.
I always appreciate it. This is basically what I've been doing since I stopped working. I'm a stockbroker, basically, and
He's also an insurance broker.
yeah, and I can do a lot with very little money. And I'm gonna give you an example. So today, today for example, I had $3 in my wallet, and I had a few quarters built up. Right, I took $2 of those quarters, combined it with the three, went to my nearby bank, turned it into a five, and put it in my safe. And
Hmm.
then once I get another $5 to match it, I'm going to turn both of those fives into a 10, and so on and so forth. Like it, I'm just focused on getting big bills, putting them in my safe until they're ready to come $100 bills.
Right. Hey, and we have this little penny jar, and we don't we just put in it. We don't take out of it, and it turns into something bigger. We have like these like little tricks and things that we use, and we don't spend money on dumb things, and we don't.
And I tell people these tricks too, and it, and if they don't use them, that's not on me. Like I tell you guys these tips and tricks, and a good percentage of you just want to complain about being broke and this and that. Like
Right.
you're probably the same type of people who want to continuously talk about, oh, it's super hot outside. Oh, do you know the gas prices? Ah, shut up. Nobody wants to keep hearing the same old shtick. It's like I'm out and about, and that's what I hear half the time. Oh, it's so hot out here. It's triple digits. It's the 21st century. Everybody knows how hot it is outside.
Well, do people not understand that California used to be a desert?
Precisely.
You know, it's
There's Death Valley for a reason.
and you know what people also don't understand? He and I don't own a car.
And even
And
if we did, we'd be Tesla people.
well, the thing is, I have not owned a car in 10 years. My last relationship, when I left the man I was with. I'm like, you know what? I'm leaving you, but you know what? I'm giving you the car. So I don't want to hear from you again. Here, have the car. I don't want to hear from you again. Of course, he tried to contact me again. I said, look, I gave you the car. I don't want to hear from you again.
Oh, thank you, Slim. Yeah, I appreciate you saying that. It really is one of the best ways to build money.
It really is. And people are like, well, how are you saving money and doing all this? The last relationship I was with, I gave him the car. I go, if the car breaks down or whatever, I go, that's his problem. I gave him that car. And I go, and I'm with a guy who's smart enough not to have a car. I'm with this guy now. And we don't have a car and we walk everywhere and we're fit and we're healthy and we don't have a car.
Because even taking the test is stressful. Like taking the driving test. Like,
well, I can pass the driving test and I can freaking drive.
Yeah, but what it is now is you have to pass the writing exam to take the driving test.
Well, I can do that like that. That's really not the problem. I just don't want to have a freaking car. The maintenance, okay, the gas.
But yeah,
I would rather walk. I like being fit.
But yeah, we aren't just saving money. We're growing it. Yeah, you're right on that.
We're saving it. Okay, we're saving it by not spending it on gas. Okay, we have a California person in here who knows how much gas costs. I used to be a paraplegic because I got sick. I taught myself to walk again and move again all by myself before I even met him. Okay.
But yeah, cars are liabilities. You're right on that.
I taught myself to walk again, and I told myself, if I get a car, I'm going to be crippled and not be able to move again. I'm going to teach myself to walk again, and I'm going to stay walking. And guess what? I lost 50 pounds by myself. No help from doctors or anybody or anything. Intermittent fasting. And I'm still losing weight, and I'm going to lose some more weight and get so healthy it's not even funny. And he's an insurance broker. Guess who's going to insure me? So it's like, use your brain. Why do I want a car? Hello? You know, it's like, you know, and
it is possible to walk again. I've seen. Okay, so one of my favorite wrestlers, he's retired now, Diamond Dallas Page, if you've heard of him. He helped many people who thought that they couldn't walk again, and his yoga techniques are one of the top bests. When I was in college, I believe it was a yoga class, if I remember. We were watching this video. This paratrooper, he damaged his legs on a landing, and he was passed off. He was, I should say, passed on from all the other yoga teachers. They were like, he was telling his story. He was like, I would go to all these yoga instructors, and they said there's no possible way that you'd be able to walk again. And for a minute, he lost hope. But then he met DDP. He taught him a few tips and tricks, and within months, he wasn't just able to walk and run normal again. He lost a substantial amount of weight in the process.
Oh, yeah, because walking will do that. I had 3 to 5 years to live. I was supposed to be in a wheelchair. No, I can walk up to 4 miles.
And that's another
by myself.
And that's another thing, Slim, that you mentioned. I don't trust those self-driving cars because technology is not perfect. what was the name of the show? American Auto. It's a new comedy show about the uh, different kinds of cars.
They really need to stop doing that.
Like, why are you guys going to do construction right as I apologize to all you astralites and other worldlies watching this right
Yes,
now.
my fans are otherworldlies because I'm Juliana Angel. For those of you who don't know.
But yeah, as I was saying, I don't like those self-driving cars because anything can happen with those ones. I'm just like, okay, you should have just stopped it at the push button start. That was fine enough. Because you're still in control of driving the car. And I saw, I think it was a movie where somebody ordered a self driving car. I forgot what it was called though. But she was basically like, oh, I ordered a self driving car. I'll see you guys later. She hops in and it just. Yeah, like if you've had a little too much to drink or you don't feel up to driving and no one else wants to drive you anywhere, those are more circumstantial. Like those are more exceptions to the rule. But yeah, this is the noise we deal with on a daily basis. Once we get our house, uh, I want to get a brick house. Like
Yes, that would be
I saw
nice.
a gorgeous one in the Fab 40s. It's less than 2 million, I'd say. I'm just like, okay, so I thought about it. If you are buying a house, I was playing this over and over in my head. Uh, the house is 1 million plus. If you talk to the realtor, because either way, you're going to be shelling out more than you need to if you really, really desire the house. So let's say you want to get the house for 1 million, pay no more than at least two or three, because that's gonna be music to the realtor's ears. They're gonna be like, all right, here's a contract. Feel free to read over it, and we'll get you all self started. Yeah, basically. But yeah, if you're planning to get your dream house, and if you want to use a cheaper example, let's say 500K for a regular, decent, average looking house. Uh, Pay twice that, because if you pay twice than what's the asking price, that's that's gonna move you in a lot quicker, because that's your dream house. That's your realtor's commission for, I don't know how it works. I'm gonna say maybe the next few months to the next year or something like that. That's gonna be a win-win situation. So that's what I think. If the house is still up for sale by the time that happens, if it's 1 million plus, and let's say I have 10 million, I'm gonna end up spending 2 or 3 mil of that, because that's why I'm like, okay, well, first I'm gonna ask how much is it to have the house paid in full, because I'm gonna be able to have that type of cheddar to ask that certain type of question. Because it's better. If you want to pay month to month, that's fine and all. I respect it, but I honestly rather pay stuff in full. That way, I can have more money saved up for other stuff that I'm doing. I can see you two enjoying each other's company. But that's basically what's on our vision board.
Yeah, she's encouraging me. I really appreciate it.
And by all means, let your fans know that, uh, Juliana Angel, she has her channel. I have mine. Uh, for those of you other guys watching, make sure to get those likes up. Let your friends, family know, whoever else you may know. Oh my goodness.
What?
I'm looking at the chats. I'm just like, this is adorable.
Oh, I'm glad you think it's funny.
Like that would happen when I was working back at the theater. Like I would ask more seasoned women for their IDs because I gotta ask everybody because we served alcohol,
Oh
and
yeah.
they would just be like, "Oh, you were so sweet."
No, I say that to people. I'm like, you're so sweet. And they go, that is really your age? I go, honey, you don't have to say that. They go, no, I really can't believe that's your age, 'cause I think they're just trying to be nice.
Oh no, Slim, you're fine. If you want to talk to Juliana on chat, I'm not tripping off it.
Well, I have to, I'm not going to lean you forward and be like this, I'm just going to get on my own phone and
I'll
do
only
it.
lean forward if I have to turn on the battery or whatever.
Yeah, I'm not going to be all like blocking you, this is your show. I'm going to be like, oh, I'm just getting on my own. No, because I always think people are trying to flatter me and stuff like that so they can sell me more. But, they're going, no, we honestly thought you were not that age. And I'm just thinking, yeah, keep trying to sell me stuff. That's real cute, and they're like, no, we really, honestly did not think you were that age. And I'm like, well, thank you,
I honestly don't
appreciate
like
that.
people asking me for my age because I'm just like, why would I even tell you?
Well, if you're 53 years old and people are asking you, carding you because they think you might not be over 21, it's a compliment. Wait till you're 53 years old and people are carding you. You're going to be like, what's up? You're going to like it if you're my age and people are, and carding you. It's not going to bother you. It's really not. I think if you were my gender, you would kind of appreciate it more too, because women don't like looking older. It's a bummer. It's a bummer to be a woman and look older. We want to look younger, basically. But I get that all the time, like at the dentist, and I'll start giving my age, and they're like, "Wow, you're really that old?" And I go, "Yeah, I'm really that old." And I go, "I."
And you notice these celebrities around my age, they just want to inject themselves to look like 10 years younger. I'm just like, what's with the what's with the baby complex with you ladies? I'm just like,
Well, you get more roles when you look younger.
I want to be young, science fiction young.
I mean, in Hollywood, because my family did live in Hollywood, the younger you look, the more roles you can get.
No, I understand that, but if you look a certain way, you need to. I'm with Rob Reiner when he said this. You need to work on getting parts for your own age.
Well, yeah, I mean it. Okay,
because
if you and I go move there, I'm gonna try out for parts for mature ladies. I'm gonna try out for people's mothers and stuff like that. I'm not gonna go try out for 20-year-old people's. You know what I mean?
right.
Okay, so I'm gonna go for age appropriate.
I
And
mean, look at me for instance. I can still get roles for, let's say, a senior in high school.
you can because you're young looking as well. Okay, so you can do that, and it's okay. I'm going to, I'm a middle-aged lady. I'm gonna go try out for older people's parts. They're gonna tell me I can get away with being 30. Well, they're gonna tell me that because I can.
Slim, you look amazing. There's no there's
You're
no
so
doubt you're gonna
gorgeous.
look the same when you're 50.
Seriously, you are seriously gorgeous. I looked at you like, whoa, she's so pretty. My God. But I tell people I'm 33, and they're like 33. They just write it down. They don't even like blink, and I go, you totally believe that?
I,
And they're like, you're not.
I
And
said 35 with the nosy Nigerian lady.
she believed it, huh?
Yeah, she didn't. She wasn't like, no, really. What was her real age?
Right. Because I've said even younger, and they're like, oh, okay. And
And I was giving a minute to answer. I was like, she's, if I remember, because I was this close to saying your real age. I was like, oh, no, 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 do not tell a stranger her real age. Don't
don't
do it.
don't don't tell people my real age, because then they're
It
gonna ask a bunch of weird questions like, why are you with an older lady? And they're just
that was
gonna,
a lot of restraint for me in the morning.
well, because people from foreign countries are nosy. Well, okay, like I have a sister who's let's see, how old is she now? She's 40. My sister is 44. And so her nanny comes up to me and she goes, so I'm over there and playing with my little niece, and she goes, someday you're going to get married and you're going to have kids too. And I go, I have a son who's 30. And she goes, I thought you were 30. I go, thank you, sweetie. And she goes, no, I mean it. I go, you're so nice. And she looks at my sister and she looks at me and she looks at my sister. And I go, I know because I have this hair.
It's me.
I,
And look at her.
and I said to my sister, I said, your nanny is really nice. And she goes, no, she really did think you were that age. And I go, did she look on my social media or something? She goes, no, she really did think that you were like a millennial. And I go, it's because I lie and say I'm a millennial. And she goes, no, she really actually did think that. I go, because I have like pink and blue hair and stuff. She goes, no, she goes, people actually do think you're that young. And she goes, it's not to flatter you. They really do think that. I go, cool. Awesome sauce. I go, thank you.
Which is why yeah, Slim, this is the exact reason why I'm making this video, because I'm putting these kids on blast. I ask me if I care. I really don't. These kids need to hear this, and these ratchet parents too.
Well, the kids, I think the thing is, I think a lot of the reason, and I'm not like trying to brag or anything, I think a lot of the reason is these kids are disrespectful towards us because we look young for our ages. That's part of the reason they're disrespectful towards us. Because I'm like, why are you being so freaking disrespectful? I'm old enough to be your mama. I'm like, wait a minute. They don't think I'm that old. They don't think you're that old. Because you can try out for a part for a high school kid, right? You're very young looking. I look
I'm
like I'm your age. So people are being disrespectful towards me. I'm like, wait a minute. They don't
and
think I'm that old.
that reminded me of like years back too. Like I've always been into more seasoned women, and they would just pull out that card like, I'm old enough to be your mother. I'm just like,
I wasn't going to tell
but
you
you're
my
not.
age. When we were dating, I was not going to
I'm
tell you
just
my
like,
age.
you could just tell me you're not interested. You don't have to say all that.
Well, I mean, because they're thinking they're being inappropriate by going out with you. They feel like a pervert. I wasn't going to tell you my age because I don't tell people my age. because I hide my age
When
from
we
people.
first met, she thought I was jailbait.
I did. I was like, I was going to call him on lying about his age, but I was lying a bigger lie. So I'm like, I'm not going to call him on the lie because he's going to figure it out and call me on the bigger lie. So I'm like, here we are, a couple of liars.
I was like, if I drank and I ordered a drink and I showed him my ID, I'd have the drink in my hand, and then she'd be like, "Oh, good, he's old enough."
Well, because I was asking him why he wasn't drinking. And I'm like, okay, I go, he really does look super, super young. And I'm going to start asking him a bunch of questions, right? So I was asking him what cartoons he liked when he was growing up and like all these other things because I wanted to check and see if he was really, the age he says he was, right? So I was asking him a bunch of like millennial questions. I'm like, okay, he really is a millennial, right?
No, I still got a decade for that, Slim. I'm not quite there yet.
So I was making sure he was a millennial. So I was asking him a bunch of, okay, do you like Courage the Cowardly Dog? I was just asking him a bunch of questions. I'm like, okay, just doing a millennial check on him, right? I'm like, okay, he really is a millennial. I go, so
I told her, yeah, I love Courage.
I'm like, that's my favorite show too, because I like a bunch of millennial stuff.
I mean, it was in my. I wouldn't say it was my top favorite, but it was pretty much up there.
Well, see, I love Courage the Cowardly Dog, and the thing is, well, I have a son who's 30, right? And I watched it with my son when he was growing up, so I like a bunch of millennial stuff. So that's why I'm good at pretending to be one, right? So I know a bunch of millennial trivia, so I start talking to him about it. I'm like, okay, so I'm the only liar here, not him. I'm like, haha, right? So I'm like, okay, I'm the only liar sitting here.
It's not that I
now I have to tell him I'm lying. How am I going to do that?
It's not that I don't want to lie about my age. I just don't want to tell people.
Well, I mean, he figured out a few times after we were dating that I was lying. I'm like, well, now I have to tell him my real age because I really like him. Now I have to tell him that I'm lying to him and that I have a son close to his age, and this is not going to be fun because I really like him, and now I have to tell him. But he was like, I don't care. At least you don't look your age. That's all that matters. And he goes, I like people from your generation, and I'm an old soul, and I get along with people from your generation. And then we had this spiritual epiphany that we were twin flames.
That's a tough question right there.
What?
What are your two's favorite cartoons growing up? She already said Courage.
Courage the Cowardly Dog, but not growing up because it wasn't around when I was growing up. But growing up, I think I really liked Looney Tunes. You know
that's everybody's show growing.
I know, but I like that frog that was hello my baby, hello my darling, hello my ragtime gal.
Until Dave Chappelle got that canceled.
Well, you know what? I love Dave Chappelle, so I can't. I'm not mad at him.
He was like, meh.
Dude. But it's funny because the frog wouldn't perform in front of other people, and he made that guy lose his fortune. Oh man, that frog dogged him out hard. But I love Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle's hilarious. I have if you want to follow me on Instagram, I don't know if you have that, but I'm on Sacramento Siren, and I'm also Angels Attached to Angst. Let me just I'm just gonna type it in.
His name was oh no, wait. No, the wife's name was Eustace. I was trying to remember the guy's name.
No, he was Eustace. Oh, the old man in the rocking chair. Okay. The husband was Eustace. The husband was Eustace.
Oh no, I was trying to remember what was the cartoon I liked growing up. The cartoon that comes straight to my at the top of my head, PJ and Jamal.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys have heard of that. If you haven't, then I know how old I am. My son's dad was in his 50s.
Oh yeah, I definitely grew up watching Baby Looney Tunes every morning before school in Anchorage.
Oh yeah, he's funny.
Once you wish upon a star. You know they're making a Tom Hanks version of Pinocchio. I think they put a teaser trailer up.
Okay, Sexy Slim. So you like the older guys? Okay, so you're okay. You're like the opposite of us. Cool. Well, see, the thing is I used to. Now, why is this not showing up?
What is it?
If you want to follow me. Okay, there we go. Okay, I used to before I was with my twin flame here, I used to be with older men. So it's funny because when you find your twin flame, oh stop! You better stop it. You better stop it. What before I was
kitties.
Tales from the Crypt? I love that show. Before I found my twin flame, my soulmate, I used to be with older men. That's why it was hard for me to wrap my mind around the fact that I fell in love with somebody younger.
Yeah, it's about it's a young black kid who has a talking teddy bear who's voiced by Tone Loc.
Oh, Tone Loc.
Hey Jamal, how you doing?
Oh, I'm so sorry. My first husband passed away 12 years ago. So if you've ever heard me talk about my first husband on Ask Nathaniel Billionaire Mindset, that's who I'm talking about. Yeah. So my first husband passed away, and then my relationships after that have been with men older than myself, and I found love again, and he's a younger man. And I thought we'd probably just go out a few times, and then he'd realize I was older and be like, "Wow, this is weird," and we wouldn't see each other after that. And almost 3 years later, the 27th of this month will be our 3 year anniversary, and deeply in love. And it's so funny because he's so much younger than looking than his age, and so am I. That's one of the reasons I know we're twin flames. But yeah, I was somebody who liked older men, and I fell in love with a younger one.
Something on the way. Something.
Are you making fun of me?
No, that's William Shatner on the Twilight Zone.
Oh gosh, yeah, that is. You're right.
Did you not see that creature on the wing?
Here's my grandson. Oops. Well, that was my grandson.
That's sweet.
Oh, thank you.
I'm not gonna stay on my channel too much longer because I'm already getting closer to 30%.
Oh, okay. Need to charge.
Uh, in a moment.
Okay. I'm so glad Sexy Slim showed up. Yeah, it's really hard when you lose a partner. I mean, because I married very young, and then my son came along, and my son he couldn't believe it. He goes, "Mom, you're engaged to a guy my age," and I was like, "Yeah," And my son accepted it. He goes, "Do you love him? Can he take care of you?" And I go, "Yeah, he's taking very good care of me." And he goes, "He's treating you good?" And I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Okay, well, let me talk to him." And he talked to him for a few minutes. And then my grandson talked to him for a few minutes. And he was like,
I thought it was just your grandson that talked to me.
"My son didn't talk to you at all?"
Well, I was in the room when he was talking to you.
Oh, okay. Well, my grandson talked to you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
He was
talked to you
asking me about my flag.
Yes, that's right. First, my grandson wanted to know why Grandpa wasn't here, and I said, "Grandpa's in heaven," I explained all that, and then he was like, "Okay, well, let me talk to your new husband." I was like, "Okay." I guess he just accepted that, and he was fine with it, and then he talked to you, and he was fine with it. After that, he was like, "Okay."
But yeah, your son was basically saying, he wants to know. He's telling you about his flag from his home state.
Yeah, my grandson can name flags from every single country. He can identify a flag from every single country. He's only 7.
Oh, she's asking you a question here.
Oh, okay.
Were you afraid of love again before me?
Yes, because I lost my first husband at such a young age. I was only 37, and this one is half my age, and it was scary. I was terrified, absolutely terrified. Plus, it's a twin flame relationship. Yes, yes. I thought it was too good to be true.
There's this guy claiming he's been looking for me and I should be his wife. He's handsome and very happy.
Well, I mean,
Oh, you're talking about me on that last one. I think. I'm
were you
not.
afraid to love again before him? You know what? I really, well, I was just after my paper. I was just gonna find like a rich old guy and just be a gold digger. To be honest, that's just what I was gonna do. Well, no, because well, I'm a beautiful woman. I was just gonna get my paper. I wasn't really looking for love. I was just looking for money. But I found love. I was just gonna find me just a rich old guy, get some money. Yeah, intimacy is scary. Yep.
Well, I can be one or two of those things.
Well, you can love me, and I think you do. But I also,
Well, I meant the rich and old part.
well, you're not going to be old, right? Because I'm always going to be older than you. But we are going to be rich together, aren't we? Okay. We're going to be rich together.
Intimacy, it is a scary thought, but
It is.
if COVID's taught us anything, is that you should take advantage of whatever situation it is.
Thank you, sexy.
Because I've held myself back for so long, I've thought I've wasted a good portion of my life. But
life is too short to worry about.
I've been, ever since we met, I've been taking more chances of opportunities that came my way.
Well, I brought him nothing but good luck. Right, sweet horse.
Well, yeah, like I was in the U.S. Army Reserves, and that actually taught me how to take advantage of opportunities as well. Like when I went back to college after I was generally discharged, because the Army wasn't a good fit for me. I went back to college the next year, I think, sometime after that. I was finally able to take my yoga class, and one of the classes, my boss to be was there. Before she was my boss, she was telling me, "Oh, if you're looking for a way to earn a few extra dollars, because jobs are rough. I wasn't really finding anything to pay for school items and stuff like that. So she was like, "Oh, if you come and check with me over at this yoga studio I work at, I can get you set up." And 5+ years later, I've been pretty much taking advantage of opportunities like that. And I'm still working at the yoga studio. I'm still a what we call a set member, studio experience team, basically. But it's not all bad. I mean, occasionally I've been working there so long, I do lose motivation to get the job fully done. But I have found ways around that. This year has been especially different. I don't limit myself to working for anybody else. When I'm at the studio, my mind is clear. The people are beyond nice. I feel like I can be myself. I don't have to wear shoes, which has been a habit for me for many years because I would go outside and walk around barefoot. Now I get to do that indoors, and that's basically how I am now. Excuse me, where I'm at now, actually, like money wise. Like I've been putting uh, basically 10%, maybe more away, tucked away in my savings, and I'll be fabulously rich by beginning of next year. I guarantee it. If not the beginning, then the around this time, like summertime. So my point, my dear, is face your fear of intimacy. Take advantage of the opportunities because otherwise you're just going to be stuck in a rut, and it's a pain and a half. Trust me on this one. Oh, so you're on the cusp.
Okay. Oh, nice. Okay.
I believe I'm on the cusp of
Scorpion
Scorpion.
and Sagittarius. Yes. So if you ever notice me calling him my horse, Aetalon, sweet horse, and stuff like that, it's because he's a Sagittarius.
Which I think are the best ones.
Yes. Well, and he's the best horse. That's why I call him that too. So if you ever hear that,
Happy belated birthday.
oh, thank you so much. Yes. Yes. June 18th. June 18th. And you too. You too. So you just have one too. So that's why that's what that's all about. So étalon means stallion in French.
I love you. I hate you.
You know how Harley Quinn is the symbol of the Gemini. So and he loves Harley Quinn. So I miss Harley Quinn.
I might actually watch because season 3 is gonna show up at the end of the month. So I'm just like, I need to rewatch season 1 and 2.
Yeah. So I'm bilingual and I speak French. So if you ever hear me calling him étalon, that's my name for him. Then that's his name in my phone, étalon. He's my sweet horse. He's my étalon. So, and I'm his wallpaper on his phone. So if people ask what I look like, there I am. Show everybody.
Let's see if I can. Well, hopefully you guys can see it. Aside from all this stuff, these apps blocking the way here.
Yeah.
She's wearing a green dress. She's very slim.
Hmm. Yeah, my usual weight. I look even younger. So. Yeah.
I was like, no, this is a French woman.
Yeah, definitely looking more French. So I'm Norwegian and French, and part German. If you hear
She's
me,
got the maid's outfit.
no, I do not have the maid outfit. Why do people equate French people with maids? We're very lazy. I don't know if you guys know that. I think he knows that by now.
That's me, Dusty.
Is that you, dusting? Yeah, people think think like kinky stuff, like about French maids and stuff. But yeah, that's me at a healthy weight. Still curvy. Never goes away. But yeah, let's see what else. Yeah, so when I say étalon or sweet stallion, or that's me calling him my horse because he's a Sagittarius. Better watch out for those Geminis. Get bipolar on you real fast. My little mood swings. Don't want to cross us with our little two faces and everything.
Two-Face.
We will get you. With our little moodiness.
Yeah, precisely. Give him a chance. See if you like it. Just be on the lookout. Make sure he doesn't do any brozo tricks.
Brozo, yeah. Beware the brozo. Efface
What?
your.
Yes.
Yes.
What is? Let me ask you. What race is this guy?
Yeah, because I'm really heavy on divesting. Because my first marriage was with a white guy, and I'm going to tell you, I do much better with divesting relationships because I've dated men of different races, and I do better when I divest. I'm just going to say that right now. I do better with white guys as friends. Yeah, Harley. Yeah, Harley represents the Gemini.
You notice how she'll be loving at one point and then traditional crazy psycho the next.
Yeah, Harley is bipolar. Yeah, but that's why everybody loves her because she's a Gemini. Everybody loves us so much. That's oh yeah no and you know what? I'm going to tell you this right now, and people are not going to like when I say this, but men prefer crazy women. That's why I've never had a problem getting men. We'll talk.
Then you are psycho too, like me.
Yeah. Oh, psychic or psycho? Psychic. Yes, I am psychic. Yes.
Oh, I thought it was a
Psychic and psycho. Yes, it's both. Yes. But I'm psychic. When the moon is full, I can pretty much read people's minds.
But Slim, the answer to my question, what race is the guy you're going out with?
Norwegian and French? Me? Like me? Yes! Do it, girl, do it. Yes.
We gotta get you that maid outfit.
No, because then people will think I will clean up. I don't want to get anybody that impression. I don't cook and clean, but I still got that ring, okay? You know French too. We have so much in common. You're going out with somebody Norwegian and French. That's what I am. This is so you and I are connected on some level. I'm telling you that right now.
We got another person here. Hello.
Hi, who's here? I cannot believe you're going out with somebody who's my maybe it's a relative of mine. That's so awesome. Somebody who's a combination of the same thing I am. Who knew? Oh, ça va? Comment ça va? Comment allez-vous? Comment ça va?
Is she French and Norwegian, or is the guy?
No, she's the guy she's seeing is.
Okay.
She looks like Pam Grier.
Okay.
She's probably what you are.
I was confused on that part.
She's probably black and American native like you.
So I don't have to really worry then.
Right. So she's she looks like Pam Grier. She has that like Foxy Cleopatra thing going on. Yeah. She's going out with somebody who looks like me but a man. So she's got that divesting thing going on. This is so awesome. Yeah, so I don't speak Norwegian though.
2 ruling planets, Mercury and Venus.
Okay, nice. Gemini is probably just have Mercury. It's so weird. I get talking with. Okay, if you're more Taurus, then you probably have a lot of business-minded things going on. That's good. I'm actually very money-minded, so I may have a lot of Venus. The thing about Venus, though, you probably have a lot of sensuality going on. That's good.
I'm your Venus.
I'm your fire. No, that's good though. So you probably have a lot of like powers of seduction and that sort of thing going on. You have a lot of yeah. That's not it. That's not your day to long. Yeah, that's
Little bit club.
yeah. That's good. Find out what your yeah, very sensual. Find out what your Venus placement is too. Besides I know Taurus is Venus, but find out where Venus right. Oh, both. Okay. Find out where Venus was in your chart though, because that's where your sensual power is. Get your whole chart. Okay, get your whole chart workup. Then you find out where. Let's see. Okay, get your whole chart workup, so you'll find out exactly where Venus was in your chart, and then you'll find out more about your entire sensuality. That's what I need to do. I know that my moon was in Leo, and that's why I'm so loyal. Because they say Geminis are cheaters. I am absolutely not one. And I have to explain that to people that my moon is in Leo, and that's why I'm not. And that's also why I'm such a diva. Okay. Oh, that do it, do it, do it. That would be awesome. And maybe talk about a little bit of astrology on your channel too. That would be good. Yeah. How's your battery looking?
Let's see.
I don't want you to get cut off.
I have 28%. I was probably gonna hold out until like 9 o'clock at least.
Okay. Okay, we've got 8 minutes left. Okay. All right, Sexy Slim. Well, I'll probably come back later tonight after he's charged. I don't know how late you're going to stay up, but I might get on mine, although mine's not that good. But I might get on like in a couple of hours. I talk about like friend zoning and how not to let people manipulate your mind and that kind of thing. Because I got that whole Gemini thing going on. So I might come back on my channel, Juliana Angel, later tonight. Let's see how I'm feeling. I'm gonna eat some dinner and stuff like that. So I'll probably be on later
I'll
tonight.
be up. I will be studying.
Okay. All right. So you might just you might watch my channel later. I'd really appreciate it.
We should let him charge it.
We should. Okay. Well, I will talk to you tonight. Thank you for coming on. Okay. Good night.
I appreciate it. Have a good night.
Awesome. So no more Brozos. No more.
I gotta remember to change that because I like that title better.
I'm
Junior
glad.
Brozos.
I'm glad I came up with something you liked. We were laughing about it on Nate's. Oh my gosh. Yep. Brozos.
That's funny.
Thanks. Brozos. I'm glad I came. I hope everyone can use it. I want the whole community to use it. Everybody. We unlock
Hey, you
everybody.
do this and that. Guess what you are? A brozo.
Everybody in our network is welcome to use it. We unlock Nathaniel, you, everybody who's talking about bozos. A brozo. Okay, you ready to sign off?
Let me see here. I still got a few extra minutes.
Okay. Yeah. I think one of the reasons that those really like disrespectful children, I think they target us because they mistake us for younger.
And they're gonna mistake it with the wrong person. They keep acting the way they're acting.
Well, I mean they target us. They think we're younger people.
Like that's what I need to do. Is when I'm at the light rail or the bus stop, I need to just put my headphones in.
Yeah, that's what I do too, and I just kind of like
Not that
walk
that's
away.
gonna make a difference, because I did have people do like
Right.
that is one of my major pet peeves. Please do not do that. If you see me with earbuds in, talk to someone else, because that's just not gonna have me in a good mood.
I pretend not to speak English sometimes. Sometimes I get away with it.
I'll,
Sometimes I
I'll
don't.
probably start doing that too. I'll just be like, "Que pourquoi?"
Just pretend you like speak Spanish, right? And then just like walk away. If you think they don't
But
speak,
that's not gonna be good enough, because most people do speak Spanish. We live in California.
well, you know what? In Southern California, they all speak Spanish there. I can't, you can't do that there. But like here, how many of these people who are bothering you speak Spanish?
Not too many.
Right. So the Brozos, they don't, right? It's not people who speak Spanish who are bothering you, right?
No, but I like doing it with the French better.
Oh, that's true. Because how many of them do, right? They don't. So I really just
C'est
like
quand on parle que tu me
that just sounds like something
It's
you
like
made that up.
what are you? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were French. I French.
Yeah, I totally just say no English and just walk away. Like, don't even talk to me. Because half the people who come up to me ask me if I speak English. If I don't want to talk to them, I go no, and I just walk away. That's where I'm like, they think I'm not American.
Excuse
Good.
me. Bonjour.
Yeah, I kind of figured that out. Like, most people think I'm not American. I'm going to go with that. I'm seriously going to go with that.
I hate to bother you, but we.
Hate to bother you.
Okay.
Really? Then you need to hate it a little bit more.
That's another thing. That's one of
Can
the
you
other
please
things
hate
I
it
don't
some
like.
more? Please hate it some more.
I hate to bother you, but then why are you coming up to me?
Then I wish you would hate it some more.
Really?
I hate to promote hate, but can you hate it some more, please?
Use your mind here. That is as bad as saying you're nice and all, but
Oh gosh. Yeah. Well then.
she was going to. She was actually going to talk more on that on her channel.
Oh
That
yeah,
is
yeah.
the
You're a
whole-
nice enough person, but I just no.
the weakest defense mechanisms.
Yes, yes. How not to talk to people when you're friend zoning somebody.
I hate to bother you, but
Can you hate it some more? Because I hate to be bothered.
anybody else would have just rather said, "I am so sorry, I'm bothering you."
Can you please be sorry some more?
Like,
Wish you were sorrier.
just simply say pardon me or excuse me, rather than saying I hate to bother you or I'm sorry for bothering you.
Yeah.
Just say excuse me or pardon me. That works a lot better.
Or even if they said I'm sorry for bothering you, that's even like that's actually more polite. I don't know.
It is more polite, but pardon me or excuse me works a lot better.
I'm just over people.
Just don't, if you see me with earbuds in, don't do like this.
Right.
It's like if he asks me for the time or if he needs to use the outlet.
Well, the thing is,
Because actually, that's actually why I got irritated, because this homeless guy, he was asking me if he could use the outlet right next to me. I was like, I'm not using it. Just go ahead.
maybe he was afraid to put his hand by you.
And that's understandable, but that wasn't the issue. The issue was he kept talking to me and saying he apologized for disrupting me. I'm just like, bro, you keep doing it.
Because he was trying to do something else. That's why. He was trying to look at for more excuses to talk to you, and he was trying to engage.
That's why I don't like conversing with other people.
Right. Yeah, I know. He was making excuses to talk to you, is what it was. He was like, okay, can you, yeah. You know that, okay, you know that Cat Williams thing where it's like, can you stop being sorry and please be careful?
Don't be sorry. Oh, be
Careful. I've said that to people before, and they're like, I can't believe a white person just said that to me. But yeah, a white person just said that to you. Because I've said that to people, and they're like, they know they've heard it before somewhere, but they're like, I can't believe a white female person just said that to me. But they did.
But
They did. It was
even the
me.
young bucks do it too. Like I would still have stuff in my ears. They'll just be like, "Hey, yo, I got a question."
Well, I can't go to the train without someone doing that, and I'll get up and walk away, and they'll follow me, and I'll just be like,
Oh, if they follow me, someone's getting hurt.
Well,
Like I was taught to walk the other way to avoid confrontation. If you follow me, something's gonna happen.
Well, if they follow me around the corner, only one of us is coming back, and it's me.
Just we don't have respect for each other's boundaries, and that's part of the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Like we can't ignore people who want to start some stuff. We can't walk away from them. It's like they find this. They subconsciously have a reason to want to pick fights with us.
Mm-hmm.
And here's my theory: the people who start fights are usually the ones who can't finish them.
Well, they think you're not going to fight back.
Yeah, let them think that. Like I'm waiting for someone to start something. I will let you try to take the first swing. Let's see how that ends for you.
Well, I'm not going to talk about the stuff I've done to people, but they left me alone afterwards. I don't think they thought I had it in me. But if you see a woman getting harassed and you don't stand up for her, there's something wrong with you. You know, and she has to handle it yourself.
I've seen stuff like that happen. I'm not the confrontational type. I'm just like, all right, I do not want to be the one that has to deal with this. Somebody needs to speak up.
Well, have you ever been in a situation where you see some guy hassling a woman and none of the men around there are trying to tell the guy to stop?
There is not that many bozos in that particular area. If you are waiting for your bus, your ride, whatever it is, okay, for all you fellas who actually stand up for people, even if you don't know them, get up and say something, because nobody needs to deal with that, especially if it's early in the day.
Yeah. Because I've been in situations where some man was bothering me, and no men, there was all these men around there, and nobody would say, hey, why don't you leave her alone?
And then they're gonna want to have this toxic masculinity. They're just be like, "What you trying to do or say something about it? This mind your own business."
Yeah, I know.
It's like, I'm not trying to deal with all that.
That's not cool. No. And then I would have to actually get up and walk away. You know, it's just like, wow, why did I have to get up and walk away when there's all these men around here and they couldn't just get up and say, leave the lady alone?
And especially at the light rail station, they will do that if there's no light guards around. Mm-hmm. That's the only reason they do it, because, oh, there's no guards in sight, now we can finish what we started.
Yeah.
Idiot, you might want to turn around. He just turned the corner.
Wow. Yeah, I don't.
Also, even if he's not around, he's nearby in earshot. So if you raise your voice or start whatever it is with a woman, they're gonna hear it, and they're gonna be like, "Sir, I'm gonna have to ask you to step away from this woman."
Wow.
And
Yeah.
sometimes I ask myself that question too, because I'm just like, where is the security guard? I don't want to have to deal with this, especially this early.
Like, why do things need to be so scary for women? Why?
And it's the 21st century that women are the last people you want to deal with these days,
Well,
especially if you don't know them as well as you think you do.
well, what if it's not a woman you're dealing with these days? You don't know that.
Like, you could be doing this with a woman who knows how to actually defend herself, or there's going to be someone more dangerous than you standing up for the woman you're actually causing a scene with.
Well, say like it's me, right? I come from one of the worst places a person can come from. What if you're talking to me and I don't like the way you're talking to me, and I'm armed, and I just
That's exactly my point.
and I don't give an F. What if I do something about it because I've just had it? Like I'm having a bad day. None of these men are sticking up for me. Nobody cares. It's really hot outside. I'm tired and whatever.
Yep.
And I just pull something and pull the trigger and that's it.
Y'all remember the Ving Rhames holiday movie where this dude was starting stuff with the woman right in front of him, and he pulled out like a pocket knife or whatever it was. He's like, "Step forward, I dare you. Take another step." It's like pointing at his junk. I'm just like, bro, don't don't keep being a bozo. You might want to step off. You lost this round.
Well, you don't know. You don't know. I mean, I don't look like I come from the hood, right?
And here's my
And
favorite part.
I don't talk like I do
Here's
because
my-
I kind of took it out of myself.
This is my favorite part. Oh, she ain't gonna do jack spit. The guys that are around you might.
Well, I mean, I don't even look like I would do anything like that, right? Well, you don't know if I do or not. You don't know that.
Like, women should not have to scream bloody murder because you want to be toxic masculinity with a small finger.
Well, I mean, you don't know who's capable of like making this your last day on earth. You don't know that, and it's like you approach the wrong person. And I mean, I have a big diamond ring on my finger, and guys will get right in my face. They don't care, they'll leave all these single women alone and they'll get right in my face. Well, they don't know that I have chronic PTSD. They don't know what I'm capable of.
Because they can't get with single women, they want to try to get with someone else's woman, and that's where the danger lies.
Well, they don't like the way those women look, so they decide they don't care that I have a ring on, is what it is. But they also don't know that I'm from a bad neighborhood, and that I'm not going to tolerate it.
And notice how that would happen only when the spouse to be isn't around.
Right. Well, they're not going to do it if he's next to me. I mean, come on. But they're disrespectful. They're kind of like,
they're gonna be from a distance. They'll be like, "Oh, Shorty's got a ring on her. Let's check this out." I'd be walking forward. I'd just be like, "Oh, hey, honey, you're all right." They're gonna just be like,
"Okay, let me talk about something that happened." Okay, we live in a gated community, right? Okay.
Unfortunately for this one.
Right. Okay, this is something that happened 3-4 weeks ago. So I go outside the gate. There's some guy just right outside the gate, like sitting up against his car. I'm getting ready to go to the doctor's, right? Just like, I'm okay. It's just like
I was coming up at this point.
Right. Routine check. I'm just waiting for him to come home, right? So I go up, and there's a guy that wants to live here, right? So he was waiting to see the manager or something. He's leaning against his car. So he's standing out there, and he sees me coming, and he's like, or whatever, you know how bozos are. He's a white bozo. He's a wozo.
They see me coming up. I'm like, "Hey, lovey," and he's just like,
Before that, before he's a wozo, he's a white bozo. He's a wozo. So this wozo is I have names for everybody. He's a white bozo. So he's like standing there, and he's just like waiting, and he sees me. So I come out the gate, and he's like, and I have this ring. Okay, it's like It's so obvious. It's right there. It's not a small ring. It's a big ring. And he comes up and he's like this far from my face. And I go, "Are you trying to get into the gate?" And he's like, "Well, I'm going to talk to the manager and everything." And he just keeps talking. And I'm just kind of like trying to get around him. And so I
Yeah,
like lift up my hand so he can see it. And he goes, "Do you live here?" And I go, "I just came out the gate, didn't I?" And he's like, and you know, and I'm trying to get around him. And he's like, "Is this a nice place to live?"
Or
And
you could
he's
come
like,
out the gate and not live here.
right.
Like people do have visitors.
Well, he watched me walk out of the house.
Okay.
He was watching me. It's like I think he was standing there watching me come out of the house. So he was like,
That dude did not want to live here. He just wanted to be creepy. Because
yeah,
he would have just, anybody else would have been like,
he was
okay,
trying to. He was like this. He
so
goes,
you would
"So-"
ask him, are you trying to move in here? He's saying, yeah, I want to talk to the manager. Go inside the freaking gate then.
Well, and he goes, "So is this a nice place to live?" And he kept trying to chat me up, and I was like, you know, like doing things
It's
so
like,
he could
bro,
see
do
my
I look
ring.
like the freaking manager?
And I go, "Well, I'm not the manager." He goes, "Yeah, I know." And blah, blah, I have this appointment. I go, "Do you need to get in the gate?" And he goes, "No." And I go, "Okay, well, I'm doing this with my finger so he can see my ring. And I'm gesturing with my
That dude didn't
hands."
want to move here.
Right.
He's just being a creeper.
Right. So I'm doing things with my hand to show him my ring. And I'm like, "Okay." I go, "Well, this," you know, I go, "All right." And I'm trying to like get it, you know, move. And he's like, and he keeps trying to block
And
my
then
way.
I come around the corner and he automatically backs up because I'm like, hey, lovey.
So I said, "Well, if you'll excuse me." And I was trying to get out of his way because I'm like, "What do you want?" Basically, I go, "May I let you in? I'm just leaving. May I let you in?" Like, what do you want? Basically, you know. And so I said, I go, "Here's my fiance. Excuse me." You know, just kind of like, you know, and he's like all up in my face, and I'm doing things to like gesture. Here's my ring, you know, like see it, you know. And I'm like, "Well, we've lived here for a while. We've lived here, you know." And it's just kind of like, "Do you need? Should I let you in? You know, like what do
There
you
was
want?"
no point in keep asking him because anybody else would have been like, yes, that would be much obliged if you'd let me in so I could speak to the manager.
And he's like, "No." I'm like, "Okay, well, you know."
This
and I was
dude
trying
was
to get
a certified wozo creeper.
But I mean, it happens all the time, and men follow me in the supermarket, so I'll pick up the phone. And
I get it. My lady is gorgeous, but respect the ring. Seriously, I
And I'll
should
pick
not
the
have to
phone
tell
up
everybody this.
like this, and they'll be staring at me, and I'll have my hand up like this with the phone, and I'll go, "Honey, I'm at the store. Do you need anything?" And I'll say it really loud, and I'm like,
Any other respectable man, if he saw that, he would have been like, sir, this woman is married. I don't know if you saw this, that. If you could respect her boundaries and let her do so and so, that'd be much appreciated.
Well, obviously I'm at the supermarket, you know, and I'll walk
'Cause
away and I'll push the cart really fast, and I'll hear the guy behind me walking faster as I walk faster.
Because
I'll make a left turn, he'll make a left turn. I'll make 4 left turns, he will make 4 left turns. That's how you know you're being followed. I'll look for the security guard, and there's no one to be found. I'll be the only woman in there with a ring. They will be following me, and I'm like, "Look at all these other people in here." It's the I'm the only one in there with one of these. Really.
I remember
Seriously.
a couple weeks back, I was at
I came home crying.
Yeah, that's freaking.
It's like there's so many single women. There are more single women than taken women. Seriously, I does anyone disagree with me here?
There was a couple weeks ago, I believe it was early morning. I went to Target. I don't remember what I was getting, but I could tell this guy was a major bozo because he had the look and everything. I guarantee you he was homeless. But anyway, he did not say, excuse me, pardon me, sorry, nothing. He just sped right past me, grabbed whatever. I'm just like, yep, he's a bozo. He's going to steal something from here.
Oh yeah. Sometimes there'll be a kid in the store and I'll help a kid. I'll go, "Hey, come here," you know, and I'll help kids because they come up to me and they want to know where the hair stuff is. I'm like, "I don't work here, but yeah, I'll help you." They don't want to ask the clerk. They want to, us mean I like helping kids, but it's just like, can you?
It's the same. It's the same thing with the more elderly women. They'll just be like, "Excuse me, could you reach that top
Yeah.
shelf for me? I can't get that."
Well, that's cute. But I'm just kind of like, can you call me mom and stuff like that? So that gross old man will leave me alone. Pretend I'm your mom. So those bozos will go away. It's like maybe 'cause if I have kids, they'll go.
Yeah.
Is it time to sign off?
Yeah, probably. We'll probably continue this a little bit later because I'm at 16%.
Oh yeah, it's time to sign off. We can tell these stories.
It's
another
time to sign off. Real quick, just a reminder: get those likes up. Share the video. Make sure if you're a fellow YouTuber, tell
Please.
people you know about.
Yeah, because I see only one like. We deserve more than one.
Exactly.
Please.
Sensational Delights, Juliana Angel, Dark
Yes.
Mass Diva. And we don't just do YouTube. We also have Instagram, Twitter,
Yes.
and things like that.
Yes.
And
Dark Mass Diva Promotions on Facebook. I'm really not on Facebook that much, but I do still promote music on there. So if you want to go on there and check me out, Dark Mass Diva Promotions.
and she's most likely going to be doing a video later on. So just be on the lookout for that.
Yes. Yes.
And well, that's pretty much all I got.
Yes. Good night, everybody. Thank you for showing up.
Good night. I appreciate you guys showing up for us.